Okay, welcome to another A to B to the point cash flow discussion. My name's Blade K Ace, and that's what my name has come to mean recently. A to B to the point. Now, if you do want to go and cash flow some cash, and you want to try the markets, just a piece of advice because what'll happen is you'll see this video on YouTube somewhere, and it'll be saying, "Come here, and learn here, and you'll make lots and lots of cash." Or use this strategy here. This is the strategy you want. This will get you lots of cash. Or, look at this one. This one's the one to go with. Or try this strategy. This will be the one. Now, just be mindful with the markets when you decide on the platform you're going to use to generate some cash flow. If that's the way that you're thinking of generating cash flow, you'll notice that when you get onto the platform, and you would have seen some. Gee, how was that top line so straight? It's like I was guided. But you would have seen the platforms, and they have the trading platforms. They'll have the list of stock companies. They'll have charts, right? Then they'll have buy, sell grids, right? With what to buy, what to sell. They'll have analysis tools or tabs, and then there'll be other things showing lots of other stuff. And up the top, you'll just say all these. Of course, you'll have your account value, but you'll just have so many pieces of data in front of you that you could end up looking a bit like this, a bit googly-eyed and a bit dumbfounded, right? So just be mindful to get the right education regarding it, because if you don't get the right education regarding it, and you're starting off here, and you're trying to learn it, and you miss something, you end up over here. You're going to miss the climb. Do you know what I mean? Or you misinterpreted something, or you didn't get something. Splat. You're gone. Especially when you're talking about dealing with your own money, and you should be learning and getting better. See, if you're taught right by the right people in the right way, you should have this steady climb of success occurring. There shouldn't be these splats occurring along the way. Shit, I missed that. I didn't get that. Dead. Oh no, I totally misunderstood that. You don't want to, it takes, to get wealthy to a point that you're going to like, you're going to realize it might not happen overnight. It might take a bit of time. But if you can avoid these, then you can fill in these gaps, and you can get better, quicker, faster, and properly. Now, how do you fill those gaps? Two ways. It's by you and you knowing how to learn, right? Let's try it again. I'll just adjust my screen here. So there's two A's, by you and you knowing, because sometimes how to learn, because sometimes where you're learning from or where you're getting the data, they'll be throwing it at you, perhaps not sequential and perhaps not in the order you need. You need to recognize that, and you need to know how to learn and help yourself so you're not falling. So you is important, and the teacher. A good teacher will teach you at the proper gradient. Right? Damn. Maybe I should stop using this. Anyway, we know about you. We discussed that, knowing how to learn, knowing how to learn. And then the teacher, a good teacher will use a proper gradient. So bit by bit, will explain all terms, fully explained, right? And will give you live examples. We'll give you the actual thing. But we'll always make sure that the gradient is not broken and that all terms are understood. Because if you misunderstand one term, that might affect your gradient, it might affect your understanding of the live example, which then in the end will affect your ability to do. All right. Now, what I'll do is I'll put a link. If you don't already know how to learn, if you don't already know how to learn, how do you know that you don't know how to learn? Well, have you ever had difficulty understanding something or thought you could not understand something? And have you had subjects that you thought, there's no way I could know that? There is. If you've had that, you've experienced that, then you probably don't know how to learn. Excuse me. So I'm going to put a link in this video in the description afterwards to a free online course, which is a course on basically how to study, right? The things you need to know to be a good student. And if you know these things, then you can learn anything and you can be anyone and you can learn absolutely anything if you know how to learn and you know the little tricks on knowing how to learn and you know the things that stop you from knowing how to learn. So I'll put that in. Now, with the teacher, if you're looking at trading, I have listened to quite a few trainings. I think a lot of them I was put off with because they were, hey, join me and you'll be a billionaire. It just seemed like, yeah, I don't know. Seems a bit too unreal. I know I can make money and I can quit the rat race and I can retire and all that, but I need someone with a bit of common sense and a good pace and a bit of reality and without being eccentric and all that sort of stuff. And treating me like an intelligent being rather than an idiot, that sort of stuff. So I found a great course, and you will find, and I highly recommend this because it ticks all those boxes we just spoke about before. If you're wanting to learn about the markets, all right. The place you want to go to is the Cashflow Academy. Now, the guy that runs this, his name is Andy Tanner. And one thing you'll come to know when you start his course, he's genuine. He really wants you to learn. and not trip over and not make mistakes and not make a fool of yourself, that sort of stuff. He's really genuine. And he is actually part of well, if you know Robert Kiyosaki, the rich dad guy, so there's Robert. He's the guy that wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, Kiyosaki. So Robert has used Andy when it comes to the markets, basically. And Robert is married to, or was married to, I think they're split, but they're still work partners. Kim. I'm not sure if her last name's Kiyosaki, but they were married, and she currently runs the Rich Dad company, I think. She's the one that actually pushed Tandy, or sort of guided Andy, to teach people what he knows, because she thought he did it so well and he explains it so well, you should do a course. And it's true. I've listened to Andy long enough now. He's a really good teacher. And if you want to learn the markets without stressing, you want to be confident that you're doing the right thing, and you're not going to stuff up, you're not going to waste your money, all that sort of stuff, I highly recommend Andy Tanner and his the Cashflow Academy. So check it out. So yeah, that was just a short video, just for you to be aware. I don't want you racing out to all these YouTube channels and adverts that say, "Oh, make $1 million in 2 minutes," and blah blah blah, and follow me and click on this and do that and that, and you just could end up down a big rabbit hole and a big headache. So I thought I'd put my 2 bobs in and tell you what I think. I think this course is absolutely fantastic to get you going and getting you to know what you need to know. And now, when you do that course, again, look at the link. The link I'll put in a How to Study course, and just remember the points that you learn in that free How to Study course. Just learn those points when you're learning from the Cashflow Academy or whatever other course you decide to go with. Just keep that in mind when you're learning. And the reason why I say that is because you can know absolutely everything. If there's something that you think you can't know, you can't do, it's incorrect. If you just know how to study, you can get around it. So that's essentially what I'm trying to get across: the right course and knowing how to learn for yourself, so you don't get stuck or trapped in thinking you can't do something in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.